All right, so I have been absolutely obsessed lately with the television show Survivor, and I'm interested in it for deeply philosophical reasons. Whenever I tell people that, they sort of just laugh at me. So I want to lay out some of those reasons right here and explain to you why I think Survivor is one of the most philosophically interesting shows on television right now. Survivor is a game where reality and the game totally overlap, or at least that's sort of the design of it, right? There's no moment at which you leave the game. It's not like basketball where you're sort of leaving the court and then all of a sudden you're back to your real life, right? The game sort of completely envelops your life, or if you think of it from the other direction, as if your life has been completely gamified. So why is this so fascinating? Well, if you come in knowing that to play the game, you've got to deceive other people, then you should, sort of, at least abstractly, be able to separate yourself from who you are sort of as a player in the game, right? But this just isn't the case, right? When people are in a scenario like this, forming deep friendships and relationships with other people, they lose sight of the fact that those are moves that they can do in the game, or maybe they become sensitive to the fact that they shouldn't be doing those things, even if it is a part of the game. So this sort of crisis, this very particular crisis, right, where somebody starts asking, look, if I lie to that person, am I a liar in real life, not just in the game? That, to me, is just sort of the sort of perfect illustration of a problem that I think we all face in our everyday lives. Take work, for example, right? We all know that to be sort of good at work, right, or good at the games that you have to play at work to get promoted or, to move up in your organization, these are games. They're not sort of real life. And a lot of us try to separate ourselves from these in various ways. We'll say, that's just office politics. That's not, how I would really treat people. So now ask yourself, okay, would I ever do anything at work that I wouldn't do in my everyday life? Is there a way of separating your work persona, who you are as a worker, from who you are as a person? And in particular, think about cases where, it might be really beneficial for you to lie, right? Or to misrepresent like the amount you contributed on some report. Is that okay, right? If we've thoroughly gamified the workplace, if we've created these incentive structures that really encourage people to become a different kind of persona, to play a kind of game in order to get certain rewards, a bonus or a promotion or whatever it might be, shouldn't we be able to do the same thing in real life that we think players on Survivor just obviously ought to be able to do, right? Shouldn't we be able to separate out our private persona from our work persona, our public persona? This is a question I'm not going to answer. It's a philosophical question, one that I think we should all think really hard about. And it's one of the reasons why I love watching Survivor. Every season, somebody encounters this kind of difficulty, and they always resolve it in different and incredibly unique ways. So that's why I think that Survivor is deeply philosophically interesting, and I'm just going to send this link to anybody next time they sort of laugh when I say that.